Welcome back to Market Day Report. I am Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Now the market settling in. We've got maybe a little bit of action here. Maybe we got some participants that are bailing out of some of those bigger short positions. We've added on to some of the gains. Let's see how much we've done that. We had our last guest analyst talk about some of the big shorts in there. Maybe it was going to get some of their attention, and it might have just done that. Not quite yet in corn. Corn's up a dime from the report, right? We were down 4 or 5. We're now up 4 to 5. We're up 5.5 in D's now. 493.5 is last there. 496.25 is the high, so we're about 3 cents off the high. We've had a 14-cent range today, so a decent move. We're at 494 right now. Maybe we put a 5 in front of this today. That would be good. We're up 6 cents. D's corn. Okay, moving over to the beans. They were up about 3. Now we're up about 38.5, right? So we put on a solid 35, 36 cents in no beans. We're only 9 cents away from $13, all right? Jan does have a 13 in front of it. Look at that. 12.91 is last. And no, we're 2 3/4 cents away from the high. And we've had a 43-cent range today. How about that? 38.5 cents higher. 12.91's last. Maybe we can get somebody to squeeze themselves out here and put this over $13. We'll see. How about wheat in Chicago? The Chicago wheat market, that's up 11 3/4 cents in that D's contract. 567 3/4 is last there. That's put on about 15, 16 cents maybe. We were down about 5, 6 cents when the number came out. So that we reversed those losses and added about a dime to the gains. So D's wheat in Chicago up 11.5 cents to 567.5. How about hard red in Kansas City? That was down a dime going in the report. So we put on 15 cents here. D's is up 5 1/4 cents to 672 1/4. Or 672.5 now. We're up, it's only 2 cents away from the highs, right? We've had a decent range, almost 20 cents on the day. So hard red wheat, Kansas City up 5 1/4 cents. Reverse the losses. 673 is last there. Spring wheat in Minneapolis, that's up 3 cents. 721 1/4 is last in that D's contract. Still 6 cents off the highs and about a dime off the lows. We were about 6 cents lower when the number came out, so we've added almost a dime to these prices. Again, spring wheat up 3 cents. To 721 1/4, and then finally cotton was kind of doing it, not a lot. We've kind of flipped to the positive, but we're still kind of quiet on the day. We're up 9 points. 85.14 is last, and that's about 65 points off of the high. How about that? All right, let's bring in our next guest analyst, Tommy Grisafi. He's with Advanced Trading in Valparaiso, Indiana, downstairs in the basement. All right, Tommy, what's it look like from your bunker?
We have no windows here in the basement, Scotty, but things feel good. I could hear you got a little bounce in your step, and you must get tired of quoting the market's always going down, especially that run beans had. I'm excited. Got the Ag Bull logo behind me. I'm bullish agriculture. Speaking of being bullish agriculture, before we dip in these numbers, today's Thank a Farmer Day. Thank you, farmers. We love what you do. We love working with you, and we love educating you. Let's talk markets. Soybeans on the high, up 41 cents. As we speak, 12.94. Soybeans are incredible plant. If they get moisture in August, they could really do great things. We all knew it was hot and dry. Everyone's arguing with each other that it was hot and dry. Just go walk outside. We knew it was hot and dry. And with that, the USDA lowered the yield. And everything else, in my opinion, is just grabbing on the back of that and going, whoa, if soybeans start unchanged, they're up 40. Maybe corn shouldn't be down 5. But to think about how tight the volatility is in corn, that we had a big day. We went from down 5 to up 5. I mean, it's really not a big day. You and I have traded corn for 30 years. We know what big days are, and up 5 to down 5 or down 5 to up 5 is not a big deal. But this up 40 cents in soybeans right in the gut slot of harvest is a big deal because we know that we're right at 50% harvested in beans. There are a ton of people who are hoping for a rally like this. This is my gift to you, a National Thank a Farmer Day. Back to you, Scotty boy.
I have a quick question. I mean, like in baseball, you're not allowed to mention a pitcher's pitching a no-hitter because that might ruin it. Dare I ask?
You're not going to ruin this one. This one's solid.
Dare I ask what's limit in beans today?
Yeah, it's like $1. But can I tell you something? I did write something down. Let's talk options. We're always talking options, and I didn't have these on for myself, nor did I recommend them. But right before the crop report, a Nove $13 bean call, and November options go off next week. A November $13 bean call was 4 cents. It's currently 15-cent bid. Where else in America can you pay 4 cents and sell it for 15 later? Of course, unless you were doing Bitcoin or something with Sam Bankman-Fried, but he's on trial right now. So, but also, there are a whole group of people who have puts on, and those puts are worth less. So we got to give you the bullish side and the bear side. If you had insurance and you were insuring that downside price, it's worth less. Also, that means it's time to sell cash beans, Scotty.
All right. Stay right there. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more about livestock with Tommy Grisafi after this. All right, welcome back to the other side of the ledger. All right, it wasn't about the meats today, but they do get affected by these prices that we see happening over in the grains. Let's take a look and see how we've kicked everything off. Live cattle, Deese up 95 cents. Now it's up 97 cents to 187.95. That's a tick off the highs, folks. So that's a good board. We've had about a $1.30 range today over there. So 97 cents higher, 187.92 now. Or 5 cents off the highs. That's a good live cattle board. Let's see what we got going on in feeders. If it's something similar, November's up $1.35 to 253.35, and that's about 45 cents off the high of the day. All right, we've had about a $2 range. Not bad, right? $1.27 higher. No feeders, 253.27. And then finally, let's take a look at lean hogs. Lean hogs in Chicago, that's down 40 cents in December. 69.57 is last. We're well off the lows by about 70 cents. That hasn't actually moved since the last time we've seen it. So that, again, 40 cents lower. Deese lean hogs in Chicago, 69.57 is the price. Let's bring back in Tommy Grisafi from Advanced Trading. He's in Valparaiso, Indiana. Tommy, have a stab at it. What do you think about that stuff?
I love to have a stab at some pork or beef or any of these good things. I don't know if I could afford any of it. That's the problem. Well, the cattle market's had a nice bounce the last few days, and some people are looking for it. Some people have this thought, though, that the economy is in such bad shape that we're not going to be able to afford cattle. But the stock market, somehow, Scotty, the stock market's walking right through this Israel-Gaza stuff, and it's still up again today. I know we're supposed to talk about cattle and hogs, but I got to go back to 3-4 hours ago. The CPI number, still a little hotter than people think. Our Fed has a dirty little secret. Inflation's not transitory, and interest rates are at 22-year highs. They still have an inflation problem. That will play into the overall commodity picture moving forward. Back to you. Time for a commercial break. I feel like taking a selfie with you. You stay right there, baby. I'm going to get one. There I am, me and you. There we go.
We have one more minute, and I'll fill it with this. You're exactly right. And so a lot of those operation loans, that's not going to change that much. And if anything, this the situation we've got going on in the Middle East with the Israeli war, goosing the energy problem, higher energy prices, yields are still high. We had the 10-year yield is still around 4.6, 4.65. It rallied again today after the CPI number. I mean, we've just got some problems on our hands here when it comes to that inflation, and it's just proven to be stickier than we thought. I mean, it's going to be hard to raise rates with what's going on in the Middle East. The Fed's going to pass this time. I think they're going to sit on their hands and see what happens, but that's what I think is going to happen.
Hey, Scotty. Remember 2 weeks ago when I said I wish crude oil hit $95? I said I wish crude oil could talk to me. It's trying to tell us something. Yeah. It told us something. There's a war in the Gaza Strip.
95.03 was the number. You're right. All right, Tommy, you're always right. You're right. We could never got married. Thanks. Tommy Grisafi, Advanced Trading in Valparaiso, Indiana.